Say thank you for engaging in conversation with my students this morning. They're very excited to share their stories with you. Toward the end of that seating process, it got a little loud in here. There were several people talking and the music came on, and I walked by some of my students seating you, and they're still trying to tell their story, right? They're trying to share the story because that's what SOLV has meant to them. It's a big part of their middle school education, and so thank you for being here. I told them there would be 150 people here today, so they're a little mad at me right now, but we'll move forward. Our partnership with SOLV is very important to me, mostly because my students are very important to me. Rachel Carson Environmental Middle School has partnered with SOLV, as Steve said, for the past 7 years to provide stewardship opportunities for our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. During that time, our students have learned much about wetland restoration. Rachel Carson is a public option school within the Beaverton School District. Our school's mission is to create a community of socially responsible learners. Socially responsible learners through the collective work of teachers, students, parents, community members, and organizations. The work we do as a SOLV Green Team fits perfectly with the mission at Rachel Carson. Our students take pride in the work they have done at Willow Creek. On your tables, you'll notice a newsletter that our students wrote this year, all student written. There's a couple of copies there, and they delivered 400 of them yesterday to the community. We have many students who've gone on to high school who come back in the summertime to water on their time. They come back sometimes during the school year to fulfill their community service obligation. We had a high school student come with us yesterday and work at SOLV because they love it, because it's a part of them. We have several high school students who are looking at data from Willow Creek that we've collected since 2004, and they're using that data and the knowledge they learned at Willow Creek for their junior and senior high school projects. Our students have learned to identify both native and non-native plants, how to plant, mulch, weed, and water plants in the wetland. They have mastered water quality data collection techniques and have a database of water quality data at Willow Creek from 2004 to 2011. Right now I'd like to introduce Shanae Sears, a current Rachel Carson 8th grader, who's going to talk about the SOLV partnership has influenced her and her peers.
We, the Rachel Carson students, have learned the value of meeting challenges. When the SOLV site is the plan for the day, we know we're going to spend hours covered in mud, shoveling mulch, tackling the invasive blackberry. We have to mentally prepare for the hard work we'll do because we know that while a lot of it is fun, and a lot of it is tiring, the effort that we give that day will show the next day. While other middle school students are sitting at desks out of the rain and hot sun, we have the privilege of watching our work grow into a beautiful habitat for native animals and plants. The site is now crowded with plants like the spirea and willows that tickle you as you pass. There's a beaver on site and lots of different birds. This year we have created a native turtle habitat. Middle schoolers sitting in the classrooms can't say that. Even more importantly though, we, who have worked at the SOLV site, have learned valuable life lessons that will stay with us through high school and beyond. We have learned teamwork, like how to get a truckload of mulch from the street across the creek into the plants, and how to dig out lots of dirt and weed canary grass. We have also learned perseverance, like learning not to give up when the rain, hail, and snow attempts to wash away our hard work. And something that everybody can gain from SOLV is memories and new friends. In 6th grade, I had been given the task of carrying some coffee bags. Halfway to our destination, I dropped some and got my foot stuck in a mud puddle. A boy who I hadn't talked to before helped me out and carried half the bags for me, and SOLV gave me something that I can say hi to in the hallways. The next year, 7th grade, I had been put into a work group with a girl that I didn't really get along with very well. And, after working to pull out the blackberry and cover up the weed canary grass, as a team, we learned to laugh together, and today we're actually really good friends. The most important thing that we have learned by working at our SOLV site is that we can make changes in the world around us. The SOLV site has been a springboard for us to volunteer at other SOLV events, to continue the study of restoration and water quality as high schoolers, and to become agents of change in other parts of our communities. We've been given a great opportunity as kids, and we're very inspired to keep helping as we grow older. Now, a current Mitchell Carson 6th grader, Elise Keithley, will share a poem that was inspired by her experiences at the SOLV site.
20 years later, from where I stand, I can see the trees I planted when I was 12. Turtles bask on snags that were hauled into the water by my classmates. When I reach the pond, it's cold, just as it should be. The willows and dogwoods create shade. One small patch of red canary grass peeks through all of the native grasses. I make my way over and pull it up. Much better. The familiar mud sucks at my boots, and I notice that there are no blackberries to be seen. A thin board that serves as a bridge is still the same, even after 20 years. I cross it. It is much smaller than I remember. The willows planted so many years ago are larger and create shade. 20 years ago, we saved Willow Creek, so maybe the new children can save the rest.
Thank you very much. That's it. Just a second. I'm texting my son. Chase, get up and get involved.